And we are live. What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 164 of the RGT podcast. You know, guys, or actually 63, sorry, with the RGT podcast. I'm actually here with, listen, man, let me tell you, interviewing people has been one of the awesomest things I've done in a long time. Just getting to know the process behind the games that we love to play, we like to experience, and just having the figures here to hear their stories, to hear out their thoughts going into these projects. It really has been a treat. And today's episode, I have the honor of speaking with a legend in our industry as it is, the one and only. Man, let me tell you something. This guy's voice is not only iconic. This dude has the craziest stare face of all time when it comes to video games. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the one and only David Bateson, a.k.a. Agent 47 from the Hitman franchise. David, how are you, sir?
How you doing? I'm fine, man. I'm really fine. I'm looking forward to this, by the way.
All right.
I contacted you real quick. As you say, it took you by surprise. No, I'm up for this. So let's do it.
Alrighty, you guys heard it from Agent 47 himself. Let's get this, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you. What's going on? Shout out to Lakita for becoming a channel member. Thank you very, very much. But you guys check her out, her Twitch channel, everything of that nature. David, man, I don't even know where to start, man. First of all, I'll start with the first one. What got you into the industry?
Yeah. Well, I sort of stumbled into it, and I think a lot of people actually do that. It wasn't like a plan, or I didn't have a game plan, and I was just studying to be an actor, but I wasn't really convinced that was where I was gonna end up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got into radio drama. Can you believe it?
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of stuff died out in the States, maybe in the 50s or 60s. I don't know. But that just got me a taste of standing in front of a microphone and pretending to be someone else and going, hey, this is cool. Hey, yeah, I like this, total 100%, fantasy world, because you got nothing. You just got a microphone and a script. And then suddenly you're you're anything from Darth Vader to whoever. But I just thought it was fun. So yeah, I do a lot of other stuff, but I love voice acting, I must say. I really love it.
No, wow, okay.
So yeah, I got it. I started when I was 19. There you go.
Wow, 19 years old.
Yeah, I was
19.
I was just halfway through college.
Oh wow.
University.
That's awesome, man.
It helped me pay my fees.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. What drove you to audition for Agent 47, and what was the process behind that? It's a two-part question.
Yeah, a bit of an accident. Ryan, man, I wish I could tell a good story about, hey, I had to arm wrestle this guy. And it was sabers at dawn. I don't know. No, I was in the right place at the right time, and I was in a studio, and the same studio we were making the first computer graphics for Hitman, Codename 47, the first game. And someone just walked in and said, hey, Dave, listen, when you're free here, could you come into the next studio and take a look at the graphics? we need a voice for this new character. I went, okay, I'll have a look when I'm finished. And I think it was a no-brainer. It just looked a lot like, it reminded me the graphics, like that first game they were in. It was very dark, shadowy scenes from Hong Kong. It just reminded me of kind of Blade Runner, and that's my favorite film of all time. So I just went, yeah, I'll do this, big time. But I was still an audition, so I hadn't. It wasn't in the bag until IO Interactive people all had a good listen to it.
Wow.
And then I loved it.
Okay. So since we talked about how you got the role, what was the process like? Could you describe the process of bringing that character to life? And also, was it a challenge for you to bring him to life?
There's a story about this because I kind of moved around a lot as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
We always moving, so I was always going to news. The point is, my memories as a child and growing up was that I was always kind of like the new kid,
Mm-hmm.
and I was always felt like I was on the outside looking in. So I felt quite not lonely, but alone. I just felt like I didn't have any childhood friends, any childhood
Yeah.
because we just moved
You
around
were
a
in
lot.
your own little bubble, basically.
I think the police were after us. So. But the point being, that's what I could use when I first got the scripts for Agent 47, because he has this kind of lone wolf persona.
So you
Doesn't
saw a
quite
lot of
know
you
where
in
he
it.
comes from. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's all I had to go on. So I would say his lines, but I'd be thinking my own memories. If that
Wow. Okay.
sounds. So then and that's slowly evolved. I've been doing him for 21 years now, and we've kind of grown up together, which is a weird thought. He's a
Wow.
very good friend of mine, put it that way.
I mean, he's a big part of your
So
life.
the
I mean,
process,
yeah. Okay. That's
yeah. So
awesome.
yeah, he's a very very big part of my life actually. So
Wow.
sure.
Okay. 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 Were you nervous playing this role at all, or you just kind of like you saw the script, you kind of like winged it, and it just happened natural, like even with the voice?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. I looked into the voice in the sense that I know from experience. I did it by accident then,
Mm-hmm.
but I know from experience since that if you're doing an audition, especially for voice,
Yeah.
I think it probably applies to everything actually. You just got to commit to one idea. Just
Mm.
you're gonna go down with guns blazing. You don't have to. You mustn't do it half-assed.
Right.
Kind of, I'll do it. You just got to commit to it. And looking back, I think that helped because
Uh
old core,
oh.
Agent 47, take it or leave it, and they liked it. But I will say he has evolved over the years.
Yes, he definitely
Because
does. He went from having no emotions to we'll get into that
yeah,
for sure, but a lot of people don't like particularly Absolution. I know for a fact that happens to be your favorite, if I remember correctly, is Absolution. That's actually up there
it's
with mine.
definitely one of my.
Yeah, it was definitely there because I remember
What's
when I
yours?
first played it. It's definitely there. I would definitely say Absolution or two, Blood Money. It would be one of those two. That would be the all time favorites.
Yeah, I mean, Blood Money's a no-brainer because it's such an amazing, sandbox. I mean, there's just
Yeah.
so many. I really have a special place for Absolution because
Oh, I
it
could
felt
tell.
like
I could tell about Absolution just
a
by the
movie.
way the amount of care that went into it, especially in
Yeah,
the crowded section where like you're in Chinatown and like they first showed the game off
yeah,
gameplay wise and y'all walking through the crowds. I was sitting there going, holy, like good God, like there's so many NPCs, everything's going around, and you're just walking through the crowd. I'm like, okay, what's he gonna do? And then he grabs a knife, he throws the knife, he distracts one guy, then he does the little the wire, he
yeah,
chokes him out. I'm like, okay, this is
oh yeah.
next level. I'm liking this. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It was really really cool. Um,
In was it a Hitman 1 or 2? Out of the last trilogy, there are two places in that the Paris level,
mhm.
at the fashion show, and the next level after that, I think it's Sapienza. I love those two because I love those two locations in real life. So sometimes when I'm playing it, I just going, "Hey, I'm not going to kill anyone.
Right.
Screw the mission. I'm gonna go. I'm going for a walk down this alleyway. Maybe I'll find a coffee shop." Or I mean, I really like. I just wander around because it's that deep. Or the same thing with Paris. I just like go for a walk and look across the Seine to the Eiffel Tower and just kind of chill. The sun's going down. It's autumn, beautiful evening. You know, because I love these places in real life, and I'm thinking, I wonder if the people at IO Interactive. I've never actually asked them. Do they, do they have like? Is it their personal favorites? These places because there's such loving attention to the graphics, and they're so deep. You know, I mean, you can really wander off, you know, and just have a good time, and then come back and kill someone.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a whole element there. I mean, I just want more. I just love it. But those two locations, that and I think it was Silent Assassin, which were in St. Petersburg. I really thought that was cool because there was this, you know, snow covered granite, you know, buildings,
Yeah.
and at night it was just like, oh man, I could almost smell the snow and the cold air. So those kind of, but that's just, you know, this, the gaming industry's evolved it's just crazy compared to, you know, when we started, and anything is possible now. I mean, we're getting real close to scratch and sniff, you know.
Oh yeah,
Games.
we're getting super realistic. Everything.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, especially with the last Hitman, it looks so real. I was like, good God, that looks just like the actor. You know what I'm saying? It looks so good. They just call it photorealistic. Is that the term? I think that's what they're saying. Photorealism. And yeah,
photorealistic.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to know how much data it consumes. You know, the pixels are insane now.
Yeah.
This together with performance capture, you can really
just get lost in the character and the details.
Almost blow on the person playing the game. You know? Yeah.
Especially with VR. VR being a big intricate part now. You think about it, because you know, remember how VR back in the day wasn't really that looked at. It was like, okay, I don't think VR is gonna work in video games. Now we're here and we're like, wow, that might be the next evolution. Oh, yeah. Especially if you play Resident Evil. I don't know if you play Biohazard. That's another good example of VR adding like layers to gaming now. Yeah. Would you like to see Hitman in VR possibly? Would you want to see something like that?
Love it.
You love that?
Yeah, no. You can try it out, but on sections of VR. But it's wait till the next game. Then they're working on IO Interactive. They're doing the James Bond, the next James Bond game. They got the James Bond franchise. So I know they're ramping up big time for that. But when we get back to Hitman, you will be very, very, very surprised.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, I've just been following some sites that just give me an indication of where we're going with the complexity of the game and the look. What they've finally achieved after 21 fantastic years, and especially with the trilogy 1, 2, and 3 at the end here, it's culminated in literally one of the best games ever made. It's definitely one of the, and that's not me saying this, is the PC Gamer and PlayStation and so on, are saying, okay, we're over now. This game came out in January, and it's still regarded as in the top 3 best games of 2021. So, it hasn't happened overnight. It's been a culmination of many years of sweat and toil. But man, it's a game. This Hitman 3 is off the scale.
Oh, dude, looking at that and looking at Absolution, right? Because, you know, that's one of our favorites. And looking at just how, like, in a weird way, in the basics, right? It kind of is Absolution, but the next tier, that makes sense, of Absolution, it's a lot better of what they've done. And just seeing those added details, even the cutscenes you get when you're looking at a detailed target, like, hey, this guy is this guy. He does this. He likes this. Hey, it would be smart to poison this plant. Maybe he'll die from this plant. Like, they'll give you details. Like, it's like, wow, that is so insane how they do it now with it.
Yeah, I mean, I challenged them a few times when I'm recording, because they'll be sitting, a writer will be sitting there. Normally, the guy who's written that level will be in the studio directing the sequences, but it can be a writer from another, it could be a writer who's directing someone else's work. Sometimes that happens too. But what I'm saying is, I say sometimes to them, I say, "Hey guys, what the hell are you smoking? I mean, I just want to be a fly on the wall when you guys are of ways to kill people, and I mean, don't you need to get out more, because this is sick, you know." I remember in Absolution they got into a lot of trouble with killing all those nuns.
Oh,
You know,
the saints. Oh God, I remember
the
that. I remember
sexiest
that.
nuns you have ever laid eyes on. But
I do remember that they had on high heels and everything. They were like, "Go with God, you suckers!" So
oh
shoot
yeah,
up, shoot up the hotel.
yeah.
I was, oh man, that was so good.
But I mean, they got into some heavy shit there, because it was a little too much. It was a bit too kinky for some people, you know. But I I love these guys, and I love their dedication to the franchise. You know, they really lose themselves 100%. Because obviously before they can go anywhere, they have to have the story locked down.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know?
All the
So
details had to be already
everyone,
set.
yeah. So okay, you're going to be working on this section. You'll be working on that level, and you'll be doing the shadows and light. You know, and so on. You know, I mean, there's 200 people in that building alone. But before it all starts, they have to have the whole thing locked down story-wise, and that's when I'm going, wow. I mean, do you kind of like, how do you start off with a blank screen, and then you go, okay, scene one. Okay, helicopter. No, it's
Hmm.
no, a plane. You know, like, and all right. He jumps out of the plane onto the highest building in the world with his best friend, and on the way down, a helicopter comes out of the cloud cover. You know, what are they on when they think of these stories? I mean,
They
the
killed
visuals are
me
just
in
phenomenal.
Absolution when you had to dress up as the wrestler, the little luchador, to fight the big behemoth guy that throws you through the window or the door early in the
Yeah.
game. I'm sitting going, so wait, you mean to tell me early on he throws you like you're a piece of paper out this window, knocks you out in the first half of this game, and here you go, you do a quick wardrobe change, you all of a sudden you're this MMA just expert, you just put him to sleep. I'm like, okay, they really amped
I
this
know.
one up.
Well, you know, that sequence reminded me of what's Brad Pitt in was it Alexander? No, what was that movie when he played Achilles,
Oh,
the
Troy. I
Greek
think is it Troy? I think was it Troy?
Troy? Yeah,
Troy. Yeah. Yeah.
that sequence when he comes out to the battlefield, and he's got that big giant of a warrior in front of him, and that moment reminds me of that wrestle fight sequence in Absolution. You go,
Did
what
you
the
did you shout
hello?
when you're doing the mocap going, "Are you guys entertained?"
I was thinking it. Are you not entertained? Throw my knife. But
Oh.
yeah. So I don't know I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they inspire each other when they're sitting in a room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and going, okay, we could start. Okay, let's say we're starting here. Good idea. We'll do we'll jump out of a plane to do some free fall.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the highest building in the world. So that's bye. Okay, what do we do now? Oh, I know. You know, a helicopter comes up through the clouds, and they nearly got killed. I don't know how. I mean, they must have a lot of fun. You know, I want to be in the room. I just want to be in the room.
You just want to be there. You just want to hear like, "Oh, what's the thought process today?"
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know if you.
seriously. I mean,
I don't
what
know
a
if you
great
remember
job.
the barber section. I forgot what it was, but it was an Absolution, a little barber section with the three guys with the coats. Like they had like little Letterman jackets, and I remember you had to hit like a circuit board because this dude keeps peeing in the same spot. He keeps drinking and going back like on the track, and if you hit the little circuit board, you electrocute him. I was sitting going, where do they think this? Where do they get this idea from? Like you can also throw him in like a shredder, or
Yeah.
not shredder. It was like a pool, something like that as well. I was like, this is crazy.
You know, electrocute him with his own piss. I
Or
don't know.
the
But I mean, yeah, there's some pretty sick kills in all the games. But to my mind, they get better and better. You know, I'm going,
I agree
okay.
with you completely.
I love that in Hitman 3, where the woman is in the grape presser. This huge hammer, which is about 15, I don't know, it's more like 30 feet wide or something. And
Hmm.
she goes in and stands there and think, oh, this is not gonna end well. You know, and of course, one little splat and she's toast. And I'm going, that is sick. That is sick. You could have just killed her with a gun, you know, or broken her neck. You just had to do it, didn't you, IO Interactive? You need to really, you know, up the stick factor. I like it.
You know, we kind
I
of
have a
answered this one nonchalantly when we were talking, but I mean, it's natural conversation. That's why I love. I knew it was going to be fun talking to you, but I was going to ask, when you see the advancements in technology over the years, how does it make you feel seeing
yeah,
this character simply evolve over time? You know, he went from the pixelated, you know, weird face to
yeah,
this now detailed human who looks just like us, and he looks ridiculous. You know, you're doing all these
yeah. Well,
kills, you're getting these contracts.
you know, when they performance captured my face
Hmm.
for Absolution, that's when it that's when it yeah, that was when it really kind of the bar got raised because then it was my face. I mean, it really was my face, and it still is. They, you know, they keep his sort of straight nose, and he's now got a, you know, a narrower. But I was intrigued because on the one hand, it was slightly weird having your own children play the game and go, "Hey, Dad, it's so cool. Hear you in my head as I'm strangling this nun." You know, okay. Oh no, this is wrong. This is so wrong. But when I see the face close up and I see the eyes and I can see the mouth move, and I'm going, "Oh my goodness, that is me." You know? Oh, where are we going
Oh,
with this?
that's why I got a good
Um,
question involved in this because it literally like there's just no difference. It's you as Hitman. You know what I'm saying? There's
yeah,
nobody else. So it's like, hmm.
it blurred the lines. You know, it did blur the lines. And there's another thing here. I said, guy, do they? Maybe I should ask you this question, right?
Mhm.
We've kind of grown up together, the writers and myself. You know, they're not all been the same. Some have been changed out and so on, but we've been together many years.
Right.
Uh, and I sometimes go, okay, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Do they write the lines because they think, oh, I can hear David say this at Agent 47? Or are they influenced by my personality of having got to know me? That they're going, oh, this is the line we should write because that's what Agent 47 would do. And say, you know, seriously, it sounds weird, this, but when we because a recording session takes now 4 to 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, in total, you know, with sittings maybe every 2, 4, 6 weeks, something like that, and then the next time we meet up in another month's time, or we'll just start on the next level, and then we'll do pickups from the previous session and the cinematics and the in-game lines. So it's really evolved. But what I'm saying is, when I go period of time,
Hmm.
say 6 months, normally I'm going, hey, I'm going to go and hang out with my good buddy, Agent
Hmm.
47. I literally am thinking that as I'm driving to the studio. And that is just weird. You know, he's a real person, you know, which is so,
Oh, he is
and
now.
I'm thinking, well, yeah, because it's really evolved. But also the writers have the same kind of protective feeling about him
Yeah.
as someone they really, really know. I'll give you an example. I'll say a line, and one of his, you know, recording, and the writer or who's on the other side of the glass my booth goes, "Hey, stop. No, there's something wrong about this." And I would have written down on a piece of paper with a question mark if the feel the line is just not right. It's just nah. all right, I'll say it as it's written, but I'm going to question him afterwards. And before I even get to do that, the writer on the other side in the sound booth says to me, "Hey, Dave, stop. Agent 47 wouldn't say it like, he wouldn't say that like." And I'm going, okay, this is spooky, because I wrote a question mark on my script going, nah, Agent 47 would not do that. He just wouldn't say that. And then we, bounce it backwards and forwards, and we come with a line that, and we rewrite it. It happens rarely, but the point I'm trying to say is that because we've grown up with Agent 47, it's so weird to say that, we just know him as a friend. So we know what he's like.
Yeah.
And we know how he will react. And if you know that, you look at your own friends, you know what they're like.
Oh, yeah.
You know that they wouldn't suddenly go, hey, I'm going to go and do something really weird and out of character. Because you're going, nah.
You just
know
their movements. You know how they usually go about things.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true.
They're going, you just know. You can trust them. And their behavior, you can kind of go, yeah, so we know that's my buddy. And that's the same with Agent 47. So I don't know. He's now become, a real person in the room, which is really weird. And I love those 6 months when I get to hang out with him, And
yeah, I can just tell you're having fun with it. Like, there's like, it just, you know what I mean? Like, especially with the line delivery, I can just tell there's no added pressure for you at all. You're just having fun with it. You're just in the role, even when you're doing like I'm gonna keep bringing up Absolution because that's personally our favorite right there. But I remember the scenes where Birdie, I think his name Brody or Birdie. Yeah. Even the scene of Birdie when he asked for a favor, he's like, okay, what you got, Holmes? And you give him the silver ballers. I'm like, wait a minute, we're getting rid of the silver ballers, and then we get them back. I'm like, oh, thank God. That's what it's like. The line delivery, the setup, strange things.
Birdie, I really enjoyed Birdie, my dialogues with Birdie, because he kind of freestyled. He'd recorded his stuff separately. That's the one downer for me. These guys have all had fun. For that one in Absolution, they all recorded in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the voices, so they hung out together and did mocap together. And damn, I hate them. And I was alone in a studio in Copenhagen. But Birdie was fun because he read the lines like you didn't know what he was gonna say, and I like that because Agent 47 is on top of his game.
Oh yeah.
So he had to kind of keep his poker face because he's hearing Birdie just kind of really mixing it up and being weird, and he's just going, okay, I'll buy. Like when I take him out into the desert and I get him.
Oh God, that guy.
That is sick. I'm going.
Can I stop digging? You're like, no, keep digging. You're staring at, keep digging. And he's like, and he's all mentally going.
I like that. It reminded me of scenes from Casino, with Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro. But I love that when somehow a scene becomes so alive that it crosses the line from being a computer game to being a very real moment. I just love that. Someone once said to me, I was doing a shitty job in London, just to pay the rent and stuff. A lifetime, 30 years ago, more. And I was walking through this open plan office, and there was a little sort of a very important person in the department, but she was very kind of shy and quiet. And as I walked past her after the lunch break, no one's in this big open plan office. I was like the first one up. Why? And wearing my stupid suit, and I'm not the black suit with the red tie. But as I walked past her, she said, "I envy you."
Really?
I looked around, going, "Who said that?" And I said, "Did you say that?" And she goes, "You heard me." I said, "What did you say?" And she goes, "You heard me." Oh, you envy me. And I was trying to think out, why the hell would she envy me? I'm a total loser at that moment. I'm doing a temp job in an office.
Yeah.
And I suddenly went, oh, I know, it's because I'm an actor. Oh yeah, all the glamour, right? Yeah. And then then she said something really, and she never looked at me once. She
Wow.
stayed down looking at her computer. She just talked to me, and I was behind her. She said to me, yeah, no, not because not the glamour. It's because you can be other people. And then that has stayed with me my whole life, because that is so true. It revealed a lot about her own situation, perhaps, that she felt, trapped in her job, or
Yeah.
but yeah, I thought about it afterwards, and I thought, yeah, you know what? I can be the king of France today, and tomorrow I'm gonna be,
One of the most
Superman.
yeah.
And the day after I'm gonna be Agent 47.
Yeah, you're gonna be an iconic Agent 47.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go and kill people. I've never added up how many people he's actually killed. It's only struck me
I
this
lost
the
count.
other day. Yeah. I mean, how many is he? I mean, thousands.
A lot. And we're not even counting the lore, right? In between games, like after the installments, like he's been working for how long? Like that's a lot of kills to do.
Right. I mean, you have a bit of this, because you turn on your computer, you log in, and you interview people you don't know from the other side of the planet. You don't know how it's gonna go, but it's when it's over, you walk out the room going, "Wow,
it just happened,"
That was great. That was better than packing shelves. I mean,
oh yeah,
it's a great job you got. So we got to be aware of how fortunate we are.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Doing it. Yeah. Not every day is easy. You gotta work for it. But I'm just grateful I get to play with my fantasy and just let my imagination go crazy and hang out with Agent 47 every now and again.
That's awesome. So we kind of answered part of this. This is a 2-part question, but I was going to say, what was your favorite Hitman installment? And also, have you played all of them?
Yeah. I'll do the first part first. Favorite installment? Well, Absolution's up there.
Yeah. I think 2 would probably be the GOAT, right? Would you say?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's Absolution and Hitman 3.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because Absolution, for all sorts of reasons, because it really was a fantastic acting exercise, and as I said earlier, it felt like a film script.
Yeah.
And I also liked it had the Leon, the Luc Besson film with Jean Reno idea of a hitman suddenly is going to look after a girl,
little girl. Yeah, love that film. Love
Victoria. I have no information in this area. I just like that. He's going to get, what the hell do I do?
That game had one of the best openings too for it too. When you break into like the little mansion, you go through it, and then you shoot Diana. I'm like, oh wait, did he just shoot Diana? And then it's like, okay, it continues. It's like then it gets even more in depth. And I could definitely see he was hurt by it too, mentally. You could see him the way he looked at Diana. I was like, that was good.
Yeah, and obviously she survived. But the reason why I like Hitman 3, I'm crazy about Hitman 1, 2, and 3 actually, because it's the same story, just spread over 3 games. But Hitman 3, it did stuff that I'd not experienced before as Agent 47. Agent 47 got to go on a mission with his childhood buddy, and when he was in Argentina at the vineyard, he actually got to do a mission with Diana in the field, with him. And on those 2 occasions, I just thought, oh, this is so cool. He's hanging out with people that really matter to him. Because at that point, no one has mattered to him. He doesn't know who he is, doesn't know who Mr. Gray is, he doesn't know his background, his upbringing. It's all kind of been erased, and the only person he has as a friend is an earpiece with a woman talking to him, Diana Burnwood. And suddenly she's there in the flesh in front of him going, let's do this. And I just like this. They were just on out there in the field, putting it all on the line together. And I thought, that's a whole new experience. And I was feeling it like Agent 47 going, wow, no information in this area, right? Either, this is cool, So yeah, obviously the graphics and the story and this dialogue and stuff. But all in all, those two, I would say, Absolution and Hitman 3 had to really be pushed. To say.
Okay. There you guys go. I thought it was 2. He said 3. There you go.
Yeah.
Absolution, though, will always be that one that connects, everybody to an extent. Because that was like the new level. That was a new, like, true evolution of Hitman in terms of what we could do, getting around from point A to point B. Yeah. I can definitely see that y'all had so much fun with it.
I know there's a lot of fans don't agree.
Yeah.
They still think, I was at a gaming convention, the EGX in Birmingham, England.
My friend Aaron said he ran into you. He's actually in the chat right now. He said it's good to see you because he saw you at EGX. That's crazy. You just said that. He literally said he ran into you at EGX.
If he's the guy I met in the bathroom. I'm not even kidding. Met some guy in the bathroom. No, but the point being is, when I was doing the meet and greets with the fans, which blew me away, because what they'd set aside 30 minutes, we went on for 4 hours.
Wow.
I couldn't. I was going, trying to write, sign these photographs. This is my hand going, oh my God. It was amazing. But I remember asking every single person who came up at that point, and say, hey, what's your favorite game? And yeah, I will say the absolute majority of people who came up that day, thousands and thousands of them, said Blood Moon.
Wow.
At that point, it was the kind of go-to. It's
the childhood nostalgia.
Just went off the scale.
Yeah.
A funny thing happened that day. I'll tell you, Ryan. We did this other session with about 500 people in an auditorium, and they said 47 minutes with Agent 47. So we got 47 minutes to kind of take questions from people. And I'm up there with a level designer and a marketing guy, and they're mainly leading the conversation. And about halfway through, they began to use the word sandbox all the time. Aaron will probably know about this story. And I'm looking at these guys on the stage going, what's the matter with that? They bumped their head? What's with the sandbox word? And they'd found out either on Twitter or on a ear message that fans were out there, and they'd made this bet that every time they heard the word sandbox, they had to take a shot.
Oh,
of a drink. So that came up halfway through the interview, and they thought, this is going to be fun. Let's see how many of our fans we can kill with alcohol.
Oh, no.
Sandbox. So they spent literally, I swear, about 20 minutes of this 47-minute interview saying the word sandbox about 5 times a sentence. And these poor people out there, and
were you all the way in character when you did the meet and greet? Like, you had the suit and everything, the iconic red tie and everything? Yeah. Even the barcode on the back of the head?
No, I didn't. We couldn't get hold of one. And I have to say, I was in end of 1919, before the world stopped.
Yeah.
With COVID. I was nominated for voiceover Oscars, basically.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was the Voice Arts Awards. They were held in Warner Brothers on the back lot, and I flew over for it. And my wife said, because I sent my wife and my oldest daughter ahead of me, I said, you take a week on my tab. You're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there for 22 hours. I had to fly back and do a show. So I didn't even have time to get, what do you call it? Jet lag. I just landed, got into the stretch and then straight to the awards and going, where am I? Had a great time. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. My wife said, hey, listen, Dave, maybe today's the day. You got to get the tattoo. And I went, yeah, you're right. I'm going to do it. And I couldn't get a booking. I couldn't get it organized in the 24, 48 hours, no, 36 hours before I knew I was going. Otherwise, I would have a barcode on the back of my.
Did ever like cross your mind that you get that officially done on your head? Because it's been such a big part of your life.
I really want to do it, but I just want to make sure I get the right code because.
Always been wrong codes going around for it.
Well, I don't want someone to kind of wipe it with
I got you.
And it says 49 cents or something.
That's funny.
I'm serious. I want to do it. But a fan of Hitman in New York, he sent me a message saying, hey, listen, will you have a word with my girlfriend? Because she doesn't want me to get the barcode on the back of my head, but I so want to do it. So I sent her a personal message. Hey, you love your fella, don't you? Come on, give him a break. Let him have the barcode tattoo. And the next thing he sends me, he twitters me back with a photograph of the back of his head with the barcode tattoo, and she's got her arms around his neck, and she's looking at the camera with a not impressed face. But bless her, she let him do it. And they got married last weekend.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Seriously. I thought I was going to be in New York about 10 days ago for a week. But it didn't pan out because I was seriously going to turn up at their wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent me photographs just a couple of days ago. And everyone, all his friends, have shaved their heads and they're all dressed as me.
Oh, wow.
It was, what a wedding. I can't believe, I'm looking forward to see the rest of the photos. But, that's the kind of dedication that the fans have. And I love that. So, I'm looking
Aaron's
forward to
putting that in the
traveling
chat. He said, in the meet and greet for Hitman 1, him and a group of his friends walked into. He said he didn't meet you in the bathroom, by the way. He want to clarify that. But no, he wasn't in the bathroom. It wasn't him. But he does have pictures with you. That's what he said. But also he said that there was a fan that dressed up as you with a briefcase also. And yeah,
he's old and barcoded. He's cool. I'm still in touch with him.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, seriously. He lives in the UK.
Oh, that's cool, man.
This guy, he traveled halfway across England dressed as me. He should have been arrested.
So he really went all out to dedicate his craft to the character. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that
is
crazy.
He had the black leather gloves on. He was had the whole 9 yards. Okay.
You get nervous seeing him? You get nervous seeing him thinking you're going to be the contract? This might be it.
There could be some people on public transport who be going, oh my God, what's he doing? That did happen to me once. I flew over to southwest England to film a real-life Hitman sequence. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear me because your face is...
Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm fine.
And they barcoded me for that. So I flew over just for the day. No, for a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a stuntman playing me with a Steadicam cameraman behind him, and they had this huge mansion. Seriously huge mansion.
Was that like an interactive game? I think I saw something like that on YouTube. Yeah. Like you walking around doing the kills, and like people were acting like they're playing you. Yeah, I do remember that because you had Diana, the woman who played Diana, also giving voiceover, and she was playing as well.
It's so cool.
That was cool.
Because we was all real time, and we invited these, some of the top YouTubers in the world.
Yeah, Ali was there.
Yeah, it was so cool. But the point being is, on the way back, on public transport, on the train, for 5 hours, 4 hours or something, to London, and then going on the underground, and then getting to the the plane. I completely forgot. I still had the barcode. And I could see people. I'd walk past people, and then they'd look. And then they would look a lot. And I'm going, what's wrong? What have I done? Do I fly undone or something? And I did not get it. I did not get it until I got home. My wife said to me, David, you still got the barcode on the back of your head. You're scaring the crap out of people all the way across, Britain and on the airlines. So yeah, I'm up for doing that. I'm gonna get the barcode and get it done.
Let's say you tell them, listen, I'm Agent 47. They're like, who's 47? Watch Hitman. That's me. That's me. Yeah. That's me. This means something.
It does.
Shout out to.
I'll tell you what's happening. I mean, the game is under heavy consideration for the award season's coming up now, and I know BAFTA Game Awards. It's probably going to be a no-brainer to submit submissions for best game, best graphics, best what, and best performance. Let's see, but actually, as late as today, I was talking to my PR agent in Vegas, lives in Vegas, and I said, hey, we need to make a plan because I think Hitman's going to get a lot of attention. And I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking out loud, saying this to you, Ryan, for the first time. If we get nominated, I'm going to get the tattoo. So,
oh, y'all heard that live. Breaking news. You heard it first there.
Exactly. Oh no!
You gotta make sure you gotta make sure you share that on Twitter and tag me. I'm gonna be like, guys, he said that on this show. He said that on this show.
And only on this show. I've never done that. Never said it.
Oh wow, that's awesome. I appreciate it. Okay, let me go to the chat for a second here. Shout out to the Platform Live. My good friends at the Platform Live. They've been a channel member for 8 months. Appreciate the support. He says, amazing interview so far. Big Cloud, about to get a tattoo of a barcode on my lower back. LOL. Huge fan, Mr. Bateson. He had to make it weird.
I could have started a whole lot of trouble here for people. I'm going to get a tattoo of a dragon on my back. I'm going, no.
Let me get back to a question here. And you're gonna love this one because we're both movie fans here. But did you ever want to play Agent 47 in films? And if yes, the answer is yes. How would you picture it? Because me personally, when I look at you and I look at the way you play the character, I don't know if you've seen that movie Taken with Liam Neeson. Have you seen that movie?
Oh, dude, listen, Ryan, you've taken the words out of my mind.
I would have pictured that like that.
Yeah, I want to do it because you know why? I just watched Taken again the other night with my middle daughter, who's now 17, and she said, Dad, this looks like it's a pretty cool film. I said, okay, this is such a cool film. You are not leaving the room. This is what's going to happen. And just to kind of, get her up to speed. And she watched that film to the last frame, just like, oh my God, and there's 2 more? I'm going, yep.
Yeah, third one was a little rough.
Pretty much to answer your question, I would play him like more in Taken and Agent 47 from Absolution.
Oh,
because he was broken and
conflicted, basically
disillusioned.
Yeah.
That's the kind of Liam Neeson again. I have a special set of skills.
The infamous phone call. I will find you. I will pursue you, and I will kill you.
Yeah, I'm going. Agent 47 should have said that. Damn it.
Oh
cool.
Man,
super cool.
Like I like the first 2. I like Taken 1 and 2. I didn't like 3 too much. Yeah. 3 was a little.
In the plot.
Yeah. Taken's really, really good though. Very, very, very great film. I love what they did with that. When I saw that, I was like, damn. Because I actually watched the Hitman films, 1 through 2. I think I didn't watch the third one because I know it's the third one that was direct to DVD. But I was watching the first one. I was sitting going, personally, in terms of like the setting, they nailed the setting, you know, of the world for Hitman.
Yo,
But the actor, I was like, he's a little young to play an Agent 47. You know what I'm saying? That's why I looked
is
at
this
him.
the first film?
It was the first
Was
one, yeah.
that the first film?
hmm
Yeah, with Timothy Olyphant.
Timothy,
You
yeah.
know, I Olyphant. I loved him in Die Hard 4, I think it was. He's a good actor, but
Oh yeah.
I got myself into a lot of trouble. Oh,
Oh
I was at
no.
an award show. Yeah, the Golden Joysticks Awards in London. I think it's the world's oldest computer game um, award show. But the point is, as I'm walking onto the stage, I've been flown over to give a prize for the sniper challenge, which was an element of the world of assassination of Hitman. Yeah, something like yes. And so I'm just there to kind of watch the finalists that have been flown in from all over the world, and they're dueling it out, doing the sniper challenge, and I'm backstage, and I'm ready to go on and announce the winner. You know, this. And as I walk onto the stage, the stand-up comedian, I can't remember his name now, lovely. He just came out of his mouth. He just goes, "So, what do you think of Timothy Olyphant?"
Oh no.
I knew he was. I knew he was setting me up for a joke.
Oh no.
So I gave him the punchline, and the punchline I said, "Crap." I didn't mean it. You know, it was just like, "So, what do you think of Timothy Olyphant? Like, he stole your film," is what he was saying. But I didn't mean it. But we got a laugh, and I thought it was over. I spent the next 3-4 years trying to defend that state because I didn't mean it. Back to the film. It's no fault of his own. The guy was under contract with Columbia. They'd done the Deadwood film TV series. He was doing that, and they were 20th Century was in charge of the first Hitman film, and they saw a trilogy or a piece of the action in future films, and why not use one of your own actors right around the corner? I came close to getting that, only sadly after the tragic death of Paul Walker, who was due to play him.
That was shocking still to this day.
Yeah, it was horrible, man. Really horrible. But Timothy Olyphant, he did a good job, but he has a very young face, at least at that time.
Yeah, like when you look at him, you don't think an expert, right?
He just looked about 12, and that's not his fault.
Yeah.
But you didn't feel like I didn't feel scared.
I'm glad you said that. It's kind of like when you look at the Batman. I don't know if you watch the Batman movies, right? Have you watched them?
Yeah.
You know how you look at Christian Bale's Batman? Do you compare it to Ben Affleck's? Like Ben Affleck is this huge dude. You're like, okay, I'm fucking scared of him. I don't want problems with this guy. You look at Christian, he's like, oh, that's a ninja. Okay, it's Batman. Like it's two different like ways. It's the body language, the way he looks. It's really.
Yeah. Although I don't know. Christian Bale scared the crap out of me in American Psycho.
He drops the chainsaw.
You just want to, could you put that chainsaw down and give me that axe? Because, just take anything sharp away from this man and snap out of it. You're in character. You're kind of scared. It's like Hannibal Lecter on steroids. I don't know. That was no. I'm looking back on it. It was a no-brainer because after there was actually, here's the story. Is the backstory to this? Bruce Willis signed to do Agent 47.
Really?
And I thought, yeah, he signed to do that. And their other computer game franchise, Kane and Lynch.
I remember that. Yeah.
Part of a 2-film. Anyway, it went away, as they say in Hollywood. And the next up was Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel was going to play him.
Vin Diesel as Hitman. No. Unless he's going to quote family after every kill.
Yeah, well, you see what I mean? I was going, no, there's a reason why he's called the silent assassin.
Yeah, he doesn't speak.
You know,
It's all intimidation and just a straight blank poker face with him going
yeah.
around. He doesn't
It needs to
flinch when
be
he kills
used.
people. He just doesn't
And
flinch.
I just thought it'll be like bazookas in the streets of LA or something. And I went, no, take it down. And then Paul Walker got it, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, he could do it. Yeah. And then sadly he died.
Yeah.
And there was this. By this point, they're really heavily into pre-production, and they're gearing up for starting the shooting. The shoot. And my agent, the guy who played the main villain, Ulrich Thompson, is a Danish actor.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing this, the Russian gun. Who's can't remember the part of it. It was a no-brainer. Ulrich was my neighbor where I live. I looked into his garden. Okay, hey Ulrich, we have the same agent. So I didn't know he was gonna be playing the villain in my franchise, and my agent must have had I don't know, bloody brain hemorrhage or something. I said, listen, only afterwards I found out that the film was shooting in South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in South Africa. There's a bit of publicity there somewhere. Ulrich is playing the villain, and we're neighbors, and I'm Agent 47, and he's this is good. We can go on the same plane, I was 47 at the time. Duh. So and also from Luc Besson's office in Paris,
Mm-hmm.
that they were interested because they wanted to make it a more European kind of film, more like Jean Reno's Leon,
the professional, yeah,
tech film, just a bit more kind of European, and just take down the
over the top,
which you're fantastic at doing in America. No one can do it like you guys. But this character is, they spent 9 months of pre-publicity
mm-hmm.
talking about legend, the silent assassin. No one knows what he looks like, because if you've seen him, you're dead. Those kind of. And so I thought, hey guys, for once in your life, you do not need a star, a named film actor. Using someone who's actually unknown, who is the face and voice of the computer game,
mm-hmm.
Came from South Africa, who lives there. It was a bummer. And Luc Besson's office, what I heard back from was that they were interested. 20th Century knocked it on the head. I said, no. Not going to happen. I even, my agent wrote to them and said, hey, come on, we'll pay. We'll fly our guy over, give him 15 minutes. I mean, aren't you even curious?
Wow.
That's the way he crumbles. So, yeah. Way to go, Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Rupert Friend, he was more scary, the second film.
Yeah.
He, coming off the back of Homeland TV series.
Oh yeah, he definitely. He had the look. He had the scary mug. Yeah,
he had these eyes, man. He's just going, oh shit.
It's like, okay, as long as he gives you that stare, you messed up. Timothy, he's like, he gives you the stare. You're like, what are you looking at?
Ice cream?
Yeah, like, what are you looking at? And that's nothing against Timothy. Timothy did good for what he was given. I thought he did okay for what he was given. It's just it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was a perfect example of what we grew up watching with Hitman and what we know of Hitman, especially his mannerisms. Yeah. Hitman hardly talks. Age 47, he barely talks.
When just to end this round by saying, this section of questions, by saying I saw my current latest film, favorite film, Tarantino's latest, What's it? There's a brain that's got brain dump.
It's
Once Upon
Tarantino.
a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Once Upon. And when I saw Timothy Oliphant, in that playing opposite, in the cowboy sequence and playing the kind of he was cool. He is a damn fine actor.
Oh,
But you
yeah.
know what? He's better now because his face looks more lived in. It's got
Yeah.
more character. So yeah.
Yeah,
I
with
just
with
don't enjoy
time
them.
you get more, confident, and it just naturally progresses.
Yeah.
That's all it was,
Gotta enjoy it.
I'm not saying nobody's saying he's a bad, nobody, especially you. We're not saying he's bad. He just wasn't. I don't think it was the proper
way.
time for that particular style of Hitman from him personally. Come on, Jeff. That is a weird question. That's not even a question. That's not no brainer. He said who would win in the fight, Hitman or the guy from Taken. We already know Agent 47 is going to beat the guy from Taken. We know that's not. There's no competition there. But I will answer this one though. Agent 47 versus James Bond. Ooh.
Well, yeah, that's a tough one. The film just premiered in Denmark yesterday. Time to Kill, Time to Die, and
Oh yeah, the new one. Yeah.
Reviews came out today as the best ever Bond film ever made.
Really?
And yeah, and I haven't seen it. I was actually supposed to go last to a premiere gig. I went to see another show because it was my last chance to see that show. But I think getting on back to the age question, Daniel Craig was like late 40s and
like 45 when he
50.
first took on 007, I think. It's like 45.
Yeah, well, yeah, but his last movie, he has this wonderful, beat up face. He has a Liam Neeson face. And,
yeah.
So Agent 47 against James Bond. It'll be a close fight if it's Daniel Craig.
I will say this though: if it's Pierce Brosnan, no question, Agent 47 wins that. Pierce Brosnan was not intimidating against Agent as no 007. I'm sorry.
Roger Moore, nah, it's gonna happen. Sean Connery would give it a.
There you go. That's another one. That's one I would definitely give a fight. What was your favorite memory playing Agent 47?
Favorite memory?
Yeah. It could be on set. It could be, during the game. Yeah.
No, I mean, the memories come both from recordings, but they also come from the going to gaming conventions.
Mm-hmm.
And what becomes a good memory for me is if something special happens, and it doesn't go as expected, or rather it shocks me. The occasion was I went to the Paris Games with Sean Bean, who was our elusive target, where he was, did all his mocap performance capture work in London, and he's playing this incredible character where you for a limited period in time, you can go in and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to do it in real time. And as I believe I'm correct in saying, you can't reboot. If you get discovered, it's over. So they're kind of trying to make the kill as real life as possible. Now, this is a guy who's been killed in about 20 different movies. He has died from, Lord of the Rings to, what was that film he did with Harrison Ford? Was terrorist? He's famous for being killed in movies. So, and a brilliant actor, stunning actor. We get to Paris. We do a whole day of interviews at a press junket, which Warner Brothers organized. They were the distributors at the time. And end of the day, 3:00 in the afternoon. We've done 6 hours of interviews, and we're walking down into the foyer because now we're going to take our black vans. We're going to drive us to the Paris Games, and we're going to do an interview and schmooze a little. And suddenly these 4 huge Samoans in tuxedos, they come up to us and they're going, "Monsieur, we are going to be your bodyguards for today." And Sean Bean and myself, we looked at each other and going, and I remember Sean saying, "No, I don't think we need that. I think we'll be fine." And
They
this
said
one
we
Fiji
insist.
Samoan, he just said, "No, monsieur, take a look outside the hotel." And of course, there were just hundreds of people, just like noses up to the window. I thought, we're not even going to make it out of the hotel. We're going to get ripped apart. And suddenly our big Samoans or Fijian, I think they're Fijians actually, became our new best friends, And we go, "Okay, big guy, I'm right behind you. So you just part the sea and I'll be like a running back. I'll be running right up your ass." And I got out. I made it out. I just was bundled into my van. They closed the door. Go, "Vite, vite, allez, allez, allez." And then we couldn't move because people just crowded into the streets in front of the car, and I couldn't move. But poor Sean Bean, he didn't make it across the sidewalk. He was just like, happily attacked by some very happy, fans of Sean Bean, the film actor. Fast forward, we get to the Paris Games. We're in the PlayStation stand. We're on the top level of it, looking down at this kind of cocktail bar atmosphere on the top. We're just going, and we hear this sound, and it sounds like there's almost like a fight has broken. This roaring crowd, and we both look at each other and going, "What the hell's going on?" And we look around the edge of this tower, this first floor deck, and there is a French journalist who's whipping this crowd of about 5,000 people into a total frenzy. And "In there, mesdames, messieurs, le Chambie," and they're throwing merchandise into the crowd. Now, we're getting ready to go on stage. We're backstage now. And Sean Bean's been scared shitless by what happened to him at the hotel. Because he's done all the press junkets and, Hollywood trip 100 times. But computer gamers, it's another game altogether. There's just another kind of enthusiasm. And just as we're about to go on stage, and of course he was going to go up first, he's a famous actor, he says, "On second thoughts," and he comes back down the 3 steps. He says, "You go first." And I went, "Why, Sean?" He said, "Well, the stage is only 1 meter high, a yard high, 3 feet high. And the fans are right there." He said, "They're going to tear us apart. They're going to just rip your leg off and just grab you." And I went, "Oh, thanks, Sean. It's okay, man. I'll just," and, "Midnight was and then I ran out onto the stage. And I didn't die. But I'll never forget Sean being totally taken aback by that level of computer game enthusiastic energy, which is, you can light a small city kind of.
Wow.
So, for me, it says a lot about, that was a wonderful memory, and it just reminded me of the power of computer gaming.
Look at it now. You look at it now. It's rivaling films in terms of storytelling and even profits. Look at GTA 5. It made billions. The box office.
There's not the most successful game ever. Or something, financial.
Mm-hmm.
There's another. So I don't know if this is true, but someone told me that something like 300 million people know of or play or know someone who plays or who owns a Hitman game. 300 million.
Yeah.
If that's right, that's a shitload of people. But take other Grand Theft Auto. That must be like 1 billion people that play.
Oh yeah.
No one. That's insane. Because it crosses every culture, every language. You just go there and it comes into your front room, into your bedroom. It's there. And that is, I mean, I see now what's happening when you've seen like The Irishman,
Mm-hmm.
and you see that Robert De Niro and Danny DeVito, and that they've had their faces, younged up through computer effects. That is now a growing financial incentive in with contracts now in Hollywood. These stars, you can see Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 52 in 25 years' time because he's sold the rights to his face as the young,
Yeah, I'll never forget that
Terminator.
cameo in Salvation where he goes and opens the door and he just standing. I'm like, really? Y'all found a way to throw Arnold in this? He's just standing there, like just conveniently standing there. Come on, man.
Seriously, it's going to be Keanu Reeves and Bruce
Yeah.
Willis. They're going to live forever being young and action men because they're just going to be mocapped. And I'll give another example. ABBA are playing a sold ABBA. They're all in their 60s, late 60s.
Mm-hmm.
They are playing a concert in London coming up, I don't know, in the next 3 months or something. Maybe it's even sooner than that. And where they're all 25 years old. They won't even be there. Well, maybe they'll be backstage. But the whole concert is them on stage, like the scenes from Blade Runner 2049, where Elvis is in the background, nightclub when they're fisting it out. They're just holograms, but they're there and they're real. And you can enjoy the whole concert with their music from that time and look at them as 25-year-old people up on the stage, and that is amazing. That you can sell that kind of look. You can just go, okay, I want $1 billion for my face for the next 50 years. Go and make movies for that, and I'll just stay on the beach and earn 20%. So it's a brave new world.
To go back to the questions here, did you ever think that Agent 47 was going to be such a well-received character when you first got on the project?
That's a tricky question. Yes and no.
Mm.
I had no experience of knowing what will be a good game or a good game at that time.
Yeah.
I wasn't much of a gamer. I think at that time I was playing Call of Duty. Those games. I was running up Omaha Beach and during the Second World War. I think it's fair to say that the 5 guys who started the franchise out of the garage, it's like an Apple story. A part of what they were trying to do with Hitman, so I'm told, was raise some capital so they could work on other projects as well as Hitman. But they had loads of ideas up their sleeve. But the first game got exceptionally good reviews, if I recall rightly, but it didn't sell so much.
Yeah.
It didn't lower the bar. You really had to.
It was like building the foundation first.
You have to work at it.
Yeah, you got to build it.
You really have to kind of sweat. There was no kind of, oh, can I just do a quick, walk through on this mission? Come on. So I think a lot of people kind of just went, if you didn't get it and become dedicated and have the patience to work out the kills and how to do it in a silent way, you'd lose interest, or you just kind of go, oh no, I'll go back to Pac-Man. I don't know. But so yeah, the reviews gave me a hint that they're onto something good.
Oh yeah.
The sales initially weren't spectacular.
Yeah, I look at it like the same success story as Uncharted. Remember Uncharted series? Remember how Uncharted 1 got a decent reaction, but it didn't sell a crazy ton until Uncharted 2. That was the standout one. That's what blood money for you guys, and it became this big, everybody really flocked to it. This is so good. Yeah, absolutely.
They went off the scale. Yeah, so, I mean, if we had a crystal ball going, okay, there will be an IT crash, or, the stocks are going to stay the same, and everyone gets it wrong, and, the whole world goes tits up in a financial crisis in 2008, and you're going, who saw this coming? Come on, guys. And everyone's going, oh, I didn't see it. So if only we knew, because I'd be buying shares in every franchise if I got that. Half the chance to go, hey, this is going to be a hit. It's like Star Wars, Everyone thought, oh, Star Wars not going to
Yeah,
work.
until they saw the lightsabers, they're like, "Oh, what is that?" Then come the lore.
He's shaking his head like 3 years later, going, "I'm a billionaire. What happened?"
Before I get to this other question here, shout out to Melon Matt, a good friend of mine. He asked me to ask you, could you say "kill confirmed"? Thank you, Diana, from Hitman.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to say it? Okay,
cool. In the 47 voice, obviously. Action.
Kill confirmed. Thank you, Diana.
There you go.
That'll do.
It'll do. It will personally do.
I've done some experience when I've done recorded some messages, voicemail messages. I mean, people don't listen to voicemails anymore. You just put the phone down.
I do the same. I'm like, listen, I'll call you back another time. I ain't got time to leave messages.
yeah, exactly. You just go, I can't be asked to get to the end of this message. But I used to do them for as a kind of an award, like prize thing, where I do give an example. Do one for you. Okay. This is Ryan's voicemail. Leave a message after the tone, and I will. No, what's it? Oh yes, Ryan cannot come to the phone right because he's a little tied up. Leave a message after the tone, and I will decide whether he gets back to you. Then you'd pay attention. You'd kind of listen to the end of that voicemail, going, "Holy shit!
What did I just hear?"
Ryan, you okay? Ryan.
That was good. So you answered the first half of this because you did say you weren't really a gamer at the time when you took the role. So obviously we know you play games. So I'm gonna ask you the second part of this. What's your favorite game / genre that you like to play?
That's a broad question actually, because I'm a member of BAFTA Games, so I'm on the jury to kind of, so I get to see without even playing them. I get to look at what's out there, in the world every year, and then what I normally do is I abstain, because at that time, in the middle of November, I'm in the middle of a theater production every year, and so I just don't have the time before the deadline, which is about 18th, 20th of November, something like that. So, and if you haven't seen all the games, you're not allowed to vote. I do get to play some of them, and check them out. A lot of them, in fact. Genre-wise, I seriously, maybe because I've just kind of grown up with Agent 47, I love this franchise. I love that kind of a...
Yeah, like stealth,
game.
Strategic.
I love... I did another game last year called Light Matter by Tunnel Vision Games, which totally intrigued me, and which is why I said yes to it, because that was a game simply about being stay away from the dark. The dark will eat you.
Yeah.
So there was this life source energy thing called light matter, and you had to get out of this factory plant, which was kind of melting down, by avoiding shadows. So you have to kind of find lamps, and but if you touch a shadow, you just kind of get eaten by it. And what intrigued me by a game like that was it had the stealth thing to it. Well, the idea of having to work it out like a chess piece. How can I get across that burning bridge, or how do I get down this corridor? There's all these shadows there. But it appealed to me because the game had a primeval element to it. Is that we're all afraid of the dark. You know? We're all scared of what's under the bed, or if you go into a room and the light switch doesn't work, you're going,
Mm-hmm.
oh no, oh, I've seen this scene. It's from Halloween. There's an axe murderer in this building. I said, going, David, lighten up. So that kind of stuff, games which really trigger my fantasy, that kind of can thrill me a little bit, put me in an unsafe place, that I'm intrigued about. And there is, what was the other one? Come to me in a minute. But broadly speaking, it's that kind of, it is stealth and stuff that can slightly scare you and make you uncertain. You end up having to rely on your instincts. That does it for me, like that.
Okay. Shout out to Billy Paxton for being a subscriber, as well as the Med Dude. Shout out to both of you guys. Thank you. Welcome to the channel.
Hey.
Let me see here. Now, I asked this to Becca Pruitt, and I'm kind of making this a little tradition when I ask, actors who help bring these games to life. But what are your thoughts on mocap? Do you think it's harder to play, a character in mocap versus traditional, where you're just saying the lines and doing them yourself aside? Yeah. Is it harder?
Well,
would you say?
I've never got to mocap.
Really, never? Okay.
No way, and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Once I was in Atlanta, in fact, actually, at the Voice Arts 4-day conference on voice acting, the Hilton Hotel out by the airport, and I got a call from IO Interactive and said, Dave, can you change your return flight? I want you to fly by London and do some mocap work for Agent 47. I went, oh, consider it done.
Oh, you ready?
I'm on it. I was gonna do motion cap. I was gonna motion cap myself. And they called me back a little later in the day, about 2 hours later, and said, David, stand down. I hope you haven't changed your ticket. You don't have to do that. I went, are you sure?
Wow.
No problem, man. I'll do it. I'm there. So that's as close as they got. To answer the question, I'm blown away by motion capture. I'm an actor, and in all that that means, I'll do theater, film, TV, motion capture if I got half a chance, and of course voice acting, which is my main sort of thing. No, I'm intrigued by motion capture. I sat back at the BAFTA Games Awards about 5 years ago. I was presenting, and another actress, British actress living in LA, Victoria Atkins, love her dearly. She's a fantastic woman. She's the female Assassin's Creed, and she is the queen of motion capture. Does motion capture courses and online webinars, and that has grown. And she's got in at a very early stage, a bit like Andy Serkis as Gollum, on Lord of the Rings. He's really captured that market, and I want to do it. I so want to do it.
I was gonna say, I thought you at least did like, when like he does the walk, the signature walk, and he goes to the areas. I thought you did the animation for that at least, for Agent 47.
Not that I recall.
No,
I don't
wow.
ever remember being in a actually. But here's the thing: the guy who's motion captured me, who's done, motion captured Agent 47, is a very, very good friend of mine. He's a Danish stuntman actor.
Okay.
Bo Thomas. Big shout out for Bo. He has the same build, and he's bloody talented. I've actually just launched a fan movie, Star Wars movie in Denmark, which he plays the main villain, and he totally killed it. And so so that's a slight distraction, but I'm glad because he has grown as a performer, as an actor, but also as a stuntman. He's always been. I mean, he's totally fearless stuntman. So I feel my body's in safe hands, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
You know, just call Bo and he'll throw himself off a building dressed as me. You know. Okay, thanks, Bo. I didn't feel a thing, but way to go, man. But no, I'm a massive fan of motion capture. I think it really adds to it.
Yeah.
I would love to feel that, the way it affects your voice and, you know, the
Okay.
movements. Yeah, I'm up for it. Big time.
Alrighty. I have a good question from one of the people in the chat here. His name's Irrational Delusion. Shout out to him. He says, "Have you considered other exotic forms of voice acting, like a text scripting voice? It would be stellarly great to listen to books using the Hitman voice."
Yeah, you know, I do some audiobooks.
Oh, you
but
do?
not,
Okay. But not as Agent
Yeah, I
47.
do. No, I did one. Actually, no, I did. No, that's a lie. I did 3. What the hell were they called? I was
Oh,
a
wow, you did
Danish
3?
novelist. Yeah, it was a trilogy of books. You know, I was playing a detective, and they called me up and said, "Dave, you know, the distributor of the book really like your voice, and they don't quite know why, but it reminds them of something." So you know what? I'm not gonna tell them. This, you know, I think they've been playing Hitman and they didn't put 2 and 2 together. So the story is, I went, yeah, I read the first chapter and I went, shit, this is good. This is a great, a real Agent 47 sick hit right in the beginning of the book, where basically a whole family get wiped out. Where are they? They're in Alaska. And there happens to be a Danish connection, and this guy comes over. He's a detective, and he's tracking this guy down. It's a 3-book, and the 3 separate stories. You know, they're murder stories. You know, he's a detective. Oh damn, I can't remember the name of them. So, yeah, and actually yesterday I just said no to a great book, which again was a kind of a thriller, because I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
That's my main headache. Books take a lot of time, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So I'm filming it, I'm recording at my own studio. I mean, a whole day can go by, and I've recorded like 2 hours, you know, finished material or something stupid. So,
Okay.
but I love doing it if the book's good, and I've got the time. And there are periods of the year where I have more time to record and take on books. But otherwise, I don't have that kind of luxury. I just go from one job to the next. It's cool,
Okay.
but I'm a lucky guy.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely. This is gonna be an interesting question for you because, you know, you played this character for so long. But what was your favorite kill in the franchise of Hitman?
Well, yeah, it's actually I think there's a couple. Well, you know, I'll commit to one kill, which I really liked. Makes me laugh. From Hitman 1
Okay.
of the trilogy, the first level, Paris fashion show, when he gets done by the chandelier. I mean, the whole, and he gets totally just wiped off the face of the earth in the most spectacular, dramatic way. And I think it's you know, as long as it looks like an accident, like, oops, then I like it. If it's something big and messy, like you know, having a roof fall on your head. Otherwise, I'm quite a good fan of those real sneaky ones. Just, you know, poisoning their drink just before they.
Oh, he's a man of taste. He wants to see them die.
Yeah, you know, exactly. You know, the sneaky hits are good fun. But if I had to name one hit, it would be the Paris fashion show, the chandelier falling on them. on him, and I was going, yeah, it just has a kind of, it makes me laugh. Literally, I'm smiling now.
One of my
I
all-time
shouldn't laugh,
favorites
but
from you is where you're in that little facility. It's like a little science facility in Hitman
yep,
Absolution, and I think this guy's
yeah.
trying to make like this hair growth type of solution. He keeps putting on his hair, and you tamper with it. I guess you make it flammable because he puts it on. He just and his hair is on fire, and he falls off the he falls off the railing after running. I like that's one of my favorite because it's so funny. It's goofy as ever how it goes.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's oh god, there's so many. But I mean, just I was just laughing the other day. I laughed at playing in Hitman 3, the kind of the who done it sequence in the manor in the southwest England, on the moor, Dartmoor. There's this big old mansion, and
Hmm.
it's been done before, and I laugh every time, and maybe I'm sick because I love it when someone's just looking over the balcony and you just come up from behind, and it all looks so idyllic and quiet, and nothing but moorland, and the twitter of birds, and you just come up from behind and just tip them over. Just and this, the killing, I can't remember her name now, but she's quite an elderly lady, just looking over the balcony, and this is my, oh shit, I'm dead. I love it. It makes me smile, which is probably not a healthy thing, but I like it.
Let me
Yeah.
see here. Okay. What's your favorite mission in the franchise?
Oh, then.
Yeah, see now we're in a bubble here. There's a lot of good missions.
Yeah, no. Ooh, that's a tough one. If I had to say it now, it changes a little bit, but I used to really, really enjoy them back in the day, the mission in Silent Assassin in St. Petersburg. But again, that's a bit more of to do with the environment I'm in. I love that sort of snow on the ground at nighttime, and these big wide boulevards in St. Petersburg, granite buildings. It just scared the crap out of me. It reminded me of like 39 Steps film or something. Vienna in just post-war or around about the time. But I would probably say Sapienza.
Oh, that's a good one.
But again, yeah, I know, but I'm a bit. What can I say? I'm suckered by the environment.
Yeah.
I just go, yeah, I can have a good holiday, work 10, and kill a few people.
Yeah, that's a
that
good.
sounds
That's a good
Yeah.
choice. I thought you would say, or you probably would mention the one where with the Saints. I don't even remember the hotel
Yeah,
section with the Saints because we were talking about that earlier before we went live. How much
that's
that was so good. What did you did?
Yeah.
Even with the Jeepers Creepers reference when you're like a scarecrow
yeah.
and you're like this sound on the little scarecrow.
Oh yeah.
You remember?
Shit, I forgot that one. Oh, that's a cool one. Oh, you mustn't get me going now, because I'm gonna go.
It was called Hotel something. I think it was an abandoned hotel. Something hotel. I know it had hotel in the name.
Yeah, it was a horror.
Yeah.
It was messy anyway.
Yeah.
No, there's some. I got loads of good hits. But levels, a whole level. Yeah, there's. Oh man. Yeah, it's tricky.
Oh yeah.
That one, because
Yeah.
I can go back and play it upstairs in a minute, and I'll suddenly be hooked into a hit from Blood Money, the beginning of Blood Money on the amusement park, and it's all the sun's going down, or it's on the east coast, so it's coming up. It just has a melancholic, scary feel to it. It's like some kind of sort of, I don't know. I go for atmosphere. If I'm going a good level and enjoy it. It has to be a good app.
Okay. I'll take one more question from the chat here. Let's see. Oh,
Yeah,
Sean.
I'm about to pass out here.
I'll take one from you guys, and I'll just speed run through the rest of mine. These are quick. So for Sean, he said, do you think you would have the same impact being part of a new IP, video game IP, as being in Hitman? Like, would you have the same success basically as playing Agent 47?
Playing another kind of role.
Yeah, very similar or very like yeah.
Well, that's a Well, here's the thing. I'm going to London in a few days' time
Okay.
to see my voice agent, as well as my lovely brother,
Oh.
hang out with him. But yeah, I'm in the market for it. But I've said no to a few gigs, but I'm totally open. I think I could have a good, positive impact on a franchise. Playing a lead role, because I have that real deep nerdy dedication
Mm-hmm.
to the character, and I think the games have become so sophisticated now. You can't get away with anything less. The fans can pick it up, going, yeah, you're just walking through this, yeah. It has to matter. So I would like to believe that I could make a difference to a franchise
Okay.
if they cast me in a significant role, because I'm good. But and I say that with all humility. But who knows?
It's
Being
all
in the
about
right
chance,
place,
right?
the right time,
Yeah.
looking into a good script, and someone who really can get a performance out of you that you didn't know you had. There are so many elements to make up a good performance. So, yeah.
Okay.
But I think I could. I believe I can.
Yeah, I know you can. We know this. We know you can.
I'm being humble.
So I was, it's funny. You mentioned 007 earlier. We were talking about 007
Yeah.
and a few times. Would you want to play 007 in the new project? Would you be interested in that type of role?
Yeah, I would actually.
Oh,
I would.
really?
No, it's funny. It's funny you should say that, because obviously IO Interactive can't really employ me as James, but I know I could absolutely.
I know you can nail it.
murder.
Yeah, you could definitely nail
I
that
could
role.
totally nail it. Yeah. And to be honest, it's not a huge quantum leap from Agent 47
Yeah.
to 007. They're both paid assassins, one by a company and the other one by a country.
Yeah, one's this womanizer, the other one's just a cold, calculated killer. He doesn't have no emotion, no tie. He'll get you regardless.
There's the genetic difference there, but they basically kill people. And they get a contract and they go out and they do it. So, but I totally understand why they can't consider me, because it's just they need to kind of make a clean break and use someone else. Although there is, I believe, quite a lot of attention to get me in to play a villain in Chase. Who knows? I might turn up in one level as the villain.
Ooh,
that could be fun.
That'd be cool. You know what they should do? They should make it like an Easter egg. They need to make it like an Easter egg. They're gonna put you in there, have you wear the signature red tie. I'm like, wait a minute, is that 47? Am I gonna kill 47?
Yeah, I know. You never know. I love playing. I have to say, in films, I nearly only play villain. It's quite weird. My kids can't see anything I've done, because I'm just a badass who kills people and rapes them. Just it's messy. It's horrible. And I go, why did that happen? But there's something there, because I've been a hitman for 21 years. But I would, when I saw the TV series Breaking Bad, some years ago, I didn't see it when it happened. It's a new experience for me. I only saw it like a year, 15 months ago, or something like that. I've just binged the whole thing. I thought, shit, that's a fun character. It's like a kind of down on your luck Liam Neeson type, kind of burnt out guy. Only this guy is even more of a loser, because it's just like a school teacher. It's just kind of, I could have been somebody. And everyone's just stepping on him, and then he ends up being this kind of meth guru who can make all these drugs. But I would love to something like that, something really edgy and just different that kind of kept your attention. those kind of roles would really appeal to me.
Yeah, you know, I'd love to see you in, because you know, Walking Dead recently got like this extra bit of life into it after season 9, with the Whisperers. I would love to see you as a Whisperer in the actual show. That'd been awesome. Like you just showed up.
Yeah, I have to say, I know the series, but I have not watched it.
No, watched it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things you kind of, it's like the elephant in the room. You know, it's there.
Yeah.
I'll get round to it, and I just haven't. Which is, I have to say, I'm gonna admit something really sick, man. I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Wow,
And
really?
It's not because, I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. I just haven't got around to it. It would take up so much of my time in a wonderful way, but I would lose the plot. You know,
Right.
I need to see all 8 series, and it's gonna take a while.
I will tell you this: it starts off strong, and then it just it nosedives really bad with Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
They even had a video game for it from Telltale's, if I remember correctly. So a game for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm yeah. So I heard about the last series because the writers are already moving on to the next contract. They had to wrap it up. Terrible. That's a terrible way to treat the fans. You know, so dedicated.
So I'm
No,
oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm just I'm playing I've got a new TV series coming out in Denmark, which of course is in Danish.
Okay.
Where I play a fun character in English. I play a very eccentric, famous orchestra conductor, who's invited to come to Denmark to take over the National Symphony Orchestra. It's a comedy series in 10 episodes, and I shot that in the winter. So that's coming up. I think they're going to start flighting it next month. Well, actually, no. Hey, man, at the end of this month, end of October, was the last I heard. But you know, I don't get much chance in Denmark to kind of, you know, if they have a villain or some kind of CIA guy, I get the call. You know, I get the bald guy in, get him in. But it's rare. Okay, in this TV series, I'm in. You know, I think I got 4 episodes out of 10, and they're writing a second series which I understand I'm going to be in. So great, but I don't get much chance of that kind of, you know, continuity apart from the Hitman franchise. So I would love that, or you know, a crazy film with a really interesting. I'll be all over it like a cheap suit. So.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll ask you just 2 more questions with like, you know, just from the game, and then we'll just move on to you personally with like 1 or 2, and then that'll be it. We'll just do that because I know it's late over there. I don't want to keep you up too long.
Yeah, it's getting on.
It's getting there. So I'm gonna combine 1 from the chat and 1 that I had. Because I always had this, I always wanted to ask you this before I even became a YouTuber. I was like, damn, how come I don't hear this guy's iconic voice in many other games? How come I don't see you that much in a lot of games?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, I was going to go to the last BAFTA Games Awards, which were now 2000 and you know, before COVID. To meet up with Nolan North. The Uncharted guy.
Yeah, I've been trying to reach out to him too. He's a good guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was guys, I want to go and hang out with you guys tonight and have a few beers. And then COVID happened, and the whole thing got cancelled, and it was all done, you know, online. So I never got to go to London to meet them because I wanted to pick their brains basically because. Yeah, there is a producer in London who thinks it's totally weird that I'm not doing more games.
Yeah, you're a legend in
Playing
the field.
characters.
You know, just with
No,
47. I mean, you
no, I am.
having roles and more would be like, yeah, that guy, I want that guy.
Yeah. No, I'm in the market for it. This is part of the reason why I'm going to have meetings with my agent in
Okay.
London. And I also meet up with this producer friend of mine who's a voice director in computer games, like Esdale, OMU2. He, so there's stuff brewing, and I've also got an agent in Los Angeles who just keeps shouting at me, "Come on over, for crying out loud! But you got to be in the country. Got to come at least for 3 months, and I'll hook you up with some big parts." So yeah, it's kind of up to me really, to commit to it. So I'm going to test the water when I'm in London, and hopefully things may happen. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to take. I'd rather be unemployed. I mean, I have plenty to do.
Yeah.
I want a decent role, really good.
Right. You want something that you
Yeah,
memorable.
so
Very
yeah,
memorable.
Ryan, the answer to the question is I'm. It's a bit of a surprise to me as well, but I'm living in Denmark, so I'm a little bit off the beaten track.
Understandable.
In terms of accent.
Yeah. Understandable. So I'm gonna end the last Hitman question with this. How do you feel knowing that you are a big part of a lot of gamers' childhoods? And does that bring a smile to your face?
Yeah, it does. I'm very humbled by that, actually, because I get letters from fans who write letters. I got a massive fan letter from an 18-year-old girl from China.
Wow.
And I looked up her address, and it's not even like on the coast in a big city. It's in the middle of nowhere. And her dad was playing the game, the first couple of games before he and his wife had a baby. And there's this 18-year-old girl writing me a stunning letter in perfect English, and I'm going, and beautiful handwriting, and I'm going, and listening to all this history, and I'm going, this just blows me away. I made a big difference here. This young woman's life and her own dad. Bloody hell, it's the second generation of people now, and I have to say I've had quite a few of those where fans are writing to me and saying it's so cool that their teenage kids now are playing the game they were playing, when they were kind of young and dumb and. So yeah, I'm humbled by it, and I just, I want to hang out with Agent 47, please the fans, for years to come. So yeah, here's hoping. Yeah, because we don't know. I don't know what the future holds.
Okay. All right. And this is where we get to know David Bateson right here. These last two. Start here. What's your favorite film and what's your favorite genre?
Yeah, it's definitely sort of science fiction thrillers. It's the Blade Runner.
Okay, I see you. So you
Matrix,
like the old school Arnold films too, right? Like Running Man and Terminator.
Yeah, well, not so much. I mean, those are a bit more. I mean, I enjoyed Terminator, and I enjoyed. What was the one he did?
Running.
Not Running Man. But
a training. Not training. What's that? What's that? Talking about?
Final. No, what's when he has those? You get to go on holiday and you have these dreams, and he was having dreams, and his wife was Sharon Stone. What the hell was that?
Oh, God, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I forgot the name.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
And he ends up getting involved. Yeah, I love that film. But the Matrix films just get me going, and Alien films, and Blade Runner.
Of course, yeah, gotta get Aliens. Yeah.
Interstellar, just.
Did you like Did you like the Prometheus?
Yeah, I did.
You like
I
Prometheus?
know I got some flack, but I liked Prometheus just because.
Yeah.
Ridley Scott.
It was a cool setup. It was a cool setup in terms of origins
Yeah.
for that film. Yeah, I think they botched it with
Yeah,
Alien Covenant though.
yeah. What the
I
hell
don't
was
know
that?
what they're thinking with Covenant. Like, it was weird to me.
They
Like,
just lost the plot there.
yeah,
You
it was
know,
better off just
I
creating your own different variations and then have that just build, naturally
yeah.
through instead of just like throwing it.
It's kind of
Oh, Total Recall's the game. That's what they said.
yeah, and
Or the movie.
like I even like the Avatar. I just going cool. I just love these kind of complete worlds that are totally believable, but are not now. They're somewhere in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And they're often quite depressing. The world's kind of about to collapse, and aliens are eating us, and they're going, oh, and I'm okay. There's something wrong here. So that's the kind of science fiction genre that's really kind of technology based and not sort of stupid fantasy. Not stupid fantasy, but I love that it's really looks like it's believable. That stuff.
Okay. Let's see here. It's actually a good one. How do you prepare yourself when it comes to reprising the role of Agent 47? Is there like a routine you go through, or you just kind of wing it?
No, I should say something really deep now, like I go into meditation and I kill 3 people on the way to the studios to get. No, I strangle a baby. No, oh God.
Oh no.
No, too far. No, getting back to what I was saying a while ago. I'm gonna go and hang out with my very good friend, Agent 47. I truly feel like I'm going to a bar with him, or we're gonna go and shoot some pool, or just hang out, go surfing, or it feels like a genuine, real person. So my preparation is, I can't wait to hang out with my best friend. That's how far gone I am. That's my preparation. I just thinking I can't wait to spend 6 months in his company. It's
Okay.
gonna be easy.
Here's the last question for Hitman. On a scale through 1 to 10, how would you rate your love for Hitman and the role of Agent 47 on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh well, that's a no-brainer. I'm 10. Could I have 11 out of 10?
You can go as high
Thanks,
as you
I'll
want.
take 11. You know what I'm saying? I mean, many years ago, I thought I saw some interviews. We're talking a long time. There's a British TV series called Coronation Street. It's been running for like, God, I don't know, it's 40-odd years or something stupid. And the interview with some of the actors who've been playing their role point like 25. And I was thinking, I was watching this. This is way before Agent 47. And I thought, what a bunch of losers. That was so unfair to think that. Because I'm thinking, come on, man, move on. Do something else. But the joy of an actor to play and to hang out with that same character, it's actually fantastic. I mean, I do plenty of other stuff, other characters, if it's on film, TV, or theater. So I've got enough on my plate in terms of variety. But the consistency or the opportunity as an actor to hang out with the same character for such a long time is quite profound. I really treasure it. So yeah, 11 out of 10. Work out what that is.
Shout out to TX Gamer, dropped the $5 super chat. He says, "Man, he has to recite a line from the game." If you want to, I can give him a line to recite. How about "For years, Diana was my sole occupant of the agency." That's from me. That's from Absolution. Right, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
The opening, yeah.
Years. Diana was my soul, the agency. There's another one I love. names are for friends. And what's that? I love it. Isn't it the end of Blood Money?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blood Money.
Yeah. Yes. Blood Money. Yeah.
Names are for friends. I don't need a name and a number. Names are for friends or something. Oh God, man, it's one of the most famous quotes. And I just love doing that. And I remember that. Well, I don't remember the line, but I remember I did it in one take, and
Wow.
they just went, and there was no window in that studio. I remember, so I'm just sitting in complete silence, and I'm waiting for their comment, and it was just silence, and I went, "Hello."
They just left you hanging. They just cut your mic.
Step away from the microphone. That was perfect. We'll take one. That's it. Just don't do it. Don't screw it up.
That is funny. They just cut the mic. You just heard no feedback. You was like, "Hello."
Yeah, I know. Okay, hello. Is anybody there? You hated it, didn't you? You hated it. And there's this, I mean, it's a bit like the Liam Neeson line. Take it.
Okay.
Just say that line, and it just worked. I have a special set of skills. And okay,
oh man,
this is not gonna end well.
Got it with that good luck. When they ended.
Yeah. Oh, bang.
Well, guys, that is all that's all the questions for this awesome guy here. I would like to make a small request for him, though, as we close the show. In your Agent 47 voice, could you please tell the chat how much fun you've had on this show, and would you like to return?
Yeah. This is Agent 47. Thank you, Ryan. I've had the time of my life tonight. You're welcome. Call me anytime, and I'll come back. Take care of yourself.
Thank you very, very much, David. Seriously, it's an honor to hear your history. I mean, we can go on for days, but obviously it's late over there, and I don't want to keep you up. Thank you. I'm glad.
Ryan, you know what? I mean, we've been going for over 2 hours. This has been fun, and
that's my job.
Thanks to the people out there, because you've been coming with good questions one after the other, and also nice and personal at the end, which is fun.
Thank you. It was seriously an honor to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your history. That's all I wanted to do, man. To share the story of you and what you bring to the table. You being a legend in this industry, and the fact that you're here again, it's like I'm watching my childhood. This is personally to me. I'm talking to my childhood here, so this is really cool, and I really do appreciate you coming on, sharing your story. It's crazy, you played this character for so long, and yet here we are. We have similarities in terms of which one's our favorite in this franchise and how much it means to all of us. And I love that. I really do love that. I'm glad you still play the role to this day, and you have so much love for it.
It crosses borders and countries and cultures, and that's what I think is so cool. You think to myself again. Agent 47, he knows so many people, or rather, so many people know Agent 47. And I find that just, comforting and surprising and real interesting. So, yeah, I want to protect Agent 47, Hitman.
All right.
And I do him justice in the future.
I understand that. Absolutely. Hopefully we do get another film. It's the real Hitman. It's this guy right in front of me talking. That's what I need to see. I need to see that on the big screen in some capacity, or at least make a cameo. At least give him a cameo. Have him wear the signature look. I'm like, I know that guy. That's him. Give me that opportunity. But guys, shout out to everybody who came through. I know everybody's live because of the Blue Point News and everything, but seriously, everybody who came through, hit that like button. To all the new subscribers, I gained a lot off of this one stream. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 164. And thank you guys for coming through. David, again, seriously, it was an absolute honor. It was a privilege to talk to you and just get to know David, not necessarily 47, just to get to know David, the guy behind this iconic character. And it's been a treat, absolute treat. So thank you so
My
much
total
again.
pleasure. Take
Alrighty.
care.
Guys, make sure you guys go check out David Bateson. You follow him on Twitter at the real David Bateson. I think that's his Twitter handle and everything.
Yeah,
I'll have it linked in the
David
description.
Bateson.
I'll find it. Yeah, I'll definitely find it and tag it
Cool, man.
in the chat for everybody.
Yeah, and if I got any news about future games, obviously you'll hear about it first.
Alrighty, absolutely. Thank you very, very much, guys. We're gonna go ahead and shut it down. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow.